It is Mimosa Friday, everyone. Good morning. This is Gail Dudley with your news in motion. So let's get started. As I promised, I'm going to cover the accessibility when it comes to voting today. So I want to jump right in. Good morning, Kim Kills. Good morning to everyone as you are coming on. Y'all, we should be so excited. There are more than 80 million people who have cast a ballot. Good morning, Tracy. More than 80 million, more than 80 million. And good morning, Latrice. As things are heating up, as we are at this end of this. Good morning to everyone. I see names coming up. Good morning, Kim Hill. You have been missed. As things are heating up, y'all, the Pennsylvania Attorney General gave the occupant a warning. Pretty much said, stop videotaping voters at our polls. And then he also said the Philadelphia DA warns to keep your uncertified poll watchers out of our city. So that is what's happening. Things are heating up. It is heating up. There's a report that says 5 states are at high risk for activity by armed groups on election day. Those 5 states are Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Oregon. So that's what's happening, y'all. Please stay vigilant, aware, vigilant. I just said that totally wrong. Aware of your surrounding people who are around you, getting in and out of your car. If you're not able to park close to the door, whatever it is, y'all, please be aware of your surroundings. I'll say it again, go with somebody. Even if you are just dropping off your ballot, go with someone. All right, y'all, as seen on CBS, NBC, MSNBC, ABC, and CNN, GOP efforts to suppress voting. I don't understand. Let's just let the people vote and go. We can, go on about our business. Why all of these court cases and ruling, especially in these last days? Supreme Court rules Wisconsin cannot mail in ballots received after Election Day. Supreme Court blocks an order allowing Alabama voters to cast their ballots by curbside. What? Actually, this interferes with what I'm going to share with you today. Supreme Court rules mail-in ballots in South Carolina must have a witness signature. Pennsylvania Republicans ask Supreme Court to reverse state court ruling, and the list goes on and on and on. And I'm going to put this image in the thread so that you can see it for yourself, because I really want to get to what I want to get to today. And if y'all can tell, I am exhausted, so just bear with me. Coronavirus numbers in the U.S. World Health Organization, 9,214,994 confirmed cases, 234,201 deaths, 5,984,184 have recovered. All right, so everybody breathe, because I'm going to give you some information. This is dealing with anyone who may be dealing with disabilities, okay? Especially in the COVID-19 crisis. This has amplified to some degree barriers for those with disability. Y'all, there are estimated more than 38.3 million Americans with disabilities. Roughly 1/6 of the electorate are eligible to vote in this election, the 2020 general election. Including in that, y'all, is mobility, visual, communicative, physical, and cognitive impairments. So y'all, these are all, and who knew? Did y'all ever know this? It's called the Help America Vote Act, along with the Americans with Disability Act, the ADA. Affirm the right to private, independent, and accessible vote for people with disabilities. So y'all, I just want to go over some of this. There's so much. I have like 65 pages, so there's no way I can get through that. So what I'll do is post links, and I'll leave it up to you to find what it is you may be looking for, or you can inbox me. I've read this so much, I can really point you to the direction of where it is and what this is looking like. But y'all, First off, the voter suppression, let's say in Alabama, there no curbside. Now, I did see something come through this morning that the Supreme Court is looking at that again, because that is now interfering with the ADA. You can't do that. There are only 25,000 Braille cards, only 25,000. But y'all heard the number. We're talking 38 million. And there's only 25,000 Braille cards available. So call in ahead if you are needing a Braille card. I don't even know if y'all knew this, and I didn't know this. Do you know you can ask for a large print voting ballot? Did you know that? Did you know that? I didn't even know that. They're also looking at the measurement for wheelchairs to make sure they can get inside. If not, they are supposed to bring everything outside. But again, if we have things like in Alabama where the Supreme Court is blocking curbside voting, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. You can have someone, did y'all know that the voting guidelines are in 11 languages? Did you know that? So I'm just uncovering all kinds of things. And then poll workers, there are poll workers who are trained for those with disabilities. Did you know that? So I want to hear, ask me your questions while you're here and I'll go through some of this. But I'm just shocked by what I have learned over the last 48 hours or so. Okay. Good morning, Kim Miller. Okay, y'all, poll workers and election workers are trained on accessibility voting systems. Even those with inside a wheelchair, their information, their voting electronic technology should be lowered. You can even ask for a private room to vote. Did y'all know that? It's like all of this has been hidden, and this has been out since 2002. Since 2002. Good morning, Jeffrey. Physical access and path to vote cannot be disrupted at all. So there has to be the images, any type of wall signage, anything like that needs to be lowered for everybody. Y'all, 25 million per state has received the funds to be able to make every polling location accessible. Did y'all know that? I'm just shocked. So let me go over. So I have 65 pages and I can't give that all to you here. So let me talk about the Braille card. As a voter with a disability, you have the right to vote privately and independently. Have access to have accessible polling place with voting machines for voters with disabilities. You can seek assistance from workers in the polling place, and they have a badge that says that they assist those with disabilities. Did you know that? Yeah, and here we are. Was it 4 days before election? You can have someone, you could bring someone with you to stand at your voting booth of the same age, where it's not necessarily family or children. You can request a local election official to tell you about any voting aids, voting assistance, and absentee procedures that are available. Has mobility issues. Info is right on time. Good, Kim, good. And if I need to send you anything, a link or whatever, let me know and I'll send that to you. Again, they have distributed more than 25,000 Braille voting rights cards over the past 2 months. To request, and get this, you can request this from the Election Assistance Commission. Good morning. Y'all, the email, so somebody put this in there. This is for Braille cards as well as large printing vote ballots. Is clearinghouse at eac.gov. Clearinghouse at eac.gov. I'll give that again, y'all. This is the email. Clearinghouse at eac.gov. And again, you are asking if you need a Braille voting card or large print. I didn't even know these existed. I assume Braille cards, but I didn't know you could ask for a large print ballot. And then here's a phone number. Too, that if somebody want to put this in there. 866-747-1471. Again, that's 866-747-1471. Now, y'all, I'm going to show y'all this. I don't know how I got a hold of this. Y'all, I don't know what I was researching, but I got into all kinds of stuff researching this. Y'all, HR 3295-33. Yeah, I went straight to the stuff that I needed. Now, get this. In general, the Secretary of Health and Human Services shall, and that's the $25 million per state, send that money to ensure eligible states and eligible unit of local government have the following. Get this, y'all. I'm like, I don't know whose system I was in, but I was in it. All right, making polling places, including the path of travel, even travel, entrances, exits, and voting areas of each polling facility accessible to individuals with disabilities, including the blind and visually impaired, in a manner that provides the same opportunity and for access and participation, including privacy. If you want a private room to vote for whatever your disability, you shall get it. So y'all, I mean, I've already voted, so I guess I really can't go back and look. But if you all have not voted, check and see if there's a private place for people with disability to vote, because they should have them. They should have them. Then it also says, number 2, and this is still, I'm in HR 3295-33, provide individuals with disabilities and the other individuals described in paragraph 1 information about accessibility of polling places, including outreach programs to inform the individuals about the availability of accessible polling places and training election official poll workers and volunteers. So y'all, this is what's happening. So y'all, all of this is available. And I'll put all the links in there. Again, I'm looking at 65 pages, so I won't be able to get through all 65 pages, but this is what's happening. So, and again, there's a voting guide available in 11 languages. 11 languages. Thank you for that, Marian. Okay, y'all. So the American with Disability Act, as we all know, 1990. Again, it says the major civil rights law prohibits discrimination on basis of disability in the private and government sectors. ADA enacted a comprehensive set of national goals to ensure that individuals with disabilities enjoy equality of opportunity, full community participation, independent living, and economic self-sufficiency. It's usually in the corner with the curtain around it. Thanks, Jeffrey. Most of us don't even know. I didn't know. So thank you, Jeffrey, for sharing that. And then, y'all, the Voting Accessibility for Elderly and Handicapped Act in 1984. This law requires physical access to polling places used in federal elections. This law also requires states to make registration and voting aids accessible to anybody. So even when it comes to the travel piece of it, I'm going to go back and pull that out. The travel piece of it, there should be a direct path for anyone in a wheelchair, a direct path for anyone who has any type of visual impairment, a direct path. If not, that polling location is in violation. It should be clearly marked. From the moment it says a half a mile, each location from the polling area, it should be marked where to go. It should be clearly marked where to go. As plans are made, remember, most polling places adaptations are very budget friendly. Often you'll be able to use existing supplies or low cost material. And it talks about marking from poster boards to whatnot to get you into the polling place. There should be a separate line for you also. Now, I've been up to the BOE on Morse Road. I don't see a separate line. I don't recall seeing a separate line, but there should be a separate line. There should be clearly marks in COVID-19, clearly marked how to assist voters with disabilities while practicing social distancing, including having a conversation with you. Again, this brings back the private rooms, a conversation with you with no one else hearing the conversation about any of your information. Physical access to the path to vote are not disrupted by COVID-19 precautions. Poll workers and election workers are trained on accessibility voting systems. Let me see what else I want to pull Those who have a hearing impairment, there should be a sign language interpreter for you by the time you hit the parking lot. By the time there was a separate line on Morse Road. Thank you for that, Karen, because I surely didn't see it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And this also says to me, y'all, that those of us who have the ability, we may not even be paying attention to the needs of other people. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but I think sometimes we are so focused on what we're doing. I'm telling you, y'all, I have 65 pages. 65 pages of this. I didn't even know half of this stuff existed. I didn't even know that. It talks about partnering with advocacy groups to encourage voters. Get this. Half of that 38 million with disabilities who have eligibility to vote, half of that are discouraged from voting because they don't know if there's anybody who's going to be available to assist them. That's happening. Y'all, that is happening. It talks about find accessible methods to accommodate voters that usually rely upon lip reading. Informational displays and clear face shields for poll workers may be helpful. So even we gotta remember we have on masks, and a person who has a hearing disability, we need to find some kind of way to communicate, even as we're volunteering and as we are advocating. These are things to be mindful about. Be very aware about these things. So they're talking about clear face shields. And on-site polling places should have some available. And then they ask you to dispose them after you have used them. Procedures should be on every wall as you're going in, directing you. Social media, public service announcements, and ongoing reach. All websites should have an audio component. So all state websites, and I believe they do, but even accessibility websites should have an audible. Believe it or not, that is why I stopped going to a voting location. Wow, Jeffrey, thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that. Wow. And I have to be honest with all of you, and let me even also apologize. This wasn't even on my radar until, as I shared with you yesterday, how I was like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? And so I began to research this just really the past 2 days to share this with you today. This is information I should have been sharing with you all since probably September, August. So my apologies as well. But again, I think because we're not thinking that way all the time, and that's no excuse for me. I should have been giving you this information. I looked at different media releases, and I don't see this information anywhere. Think about the people that are on the autism spectrum. I've assisted my kinship daughter with voting in the past. Yes, everybody. So we need to open up our mind and start thinking about every individual person. Did you know, when I was telling you about the 11 languages, that the voting guide is in 11 languages, do you know that you can tell them when you're coming in to set the machine to your language? And on that, hold on, let me find that. Hold on. Where was that? Here it is. On that, the number of people that have English as a second language, 2/3 of them do not vote because of this. Because of this. Y'all, this is education. The masks have made it hard for our son with autism to recognize familiar faces and recognize social cues. Thank you for that, Latrice. Thank you for that. So y'all, we need to really heighten our awareness. If that means stepping back 12 feet and removing our mask to interact with someone, especially that we know. So thank you for that. So when I see my buddy, I'll be able to step back and take my mask off so he can recognize me. Y'all, we need to be mindful of these things. The other thing that they were saying in the training for poll workers, so if you did sign up to be a poll worker and you did not get this training, let me know. I will send you this link of information. This is packed with information, y'all. Packed with information. It also talks about the whole social distancing piece, and how to interact with people who are different than you. Someone who may not have an understanding how you can write things out on paper and show it to them on paper, or give it to them on paper and they can take it to the next person. As usual, News in Motion giving us, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm here, and it actually, if this also, if I can say this, has defined for me where News in Motion is going. To turn, to look at things differently. No, Kenya, he will still recognize me before he recognized you. Let's not start that on here. Yeah, we can have a fight over our, we all call him our nephew, our son. So we're about to ready to have a fight. We're about to, Isaac. Yeah, Isaac. We're about to have a fight over Isaac. I did not get this information. Please send. I will send it, Kim. Because this is, there's a lot here. Yeah, there's a lot here. I told you about the wheelchairs. I told you about being able, that's what they were saying. Most people don't know that they can ask for a different language on the screen. And this is information, and I'm trying to think back when I voted a few weeks ago, if the woman even asked me if I was English speaking. That's supposed to be on, they're supposed to ask you that question. English, Spanish, or Arabic, which I thought was very interesting. Isaac, Auntie Gang is the, yeah, we are. I don't remember anyone asking me my language. I don't remember that. But they're supposed to ask you. They're supposed to even ask you if you need large print. I did not know that you could get a ballot in large print, even on the screen. I didn't know that. The private rooms, y'all, the 11 languages, y'all, the ADA, the elderly. Y'all, did y'all know for the elderly, even though they have they can hear well, even for the elderly, there's a different section so that they're not intimidated by other people. That's an accessibility piece. This is what I am finding out when I was reading all of this. I'm like, so Demia and all of the others of you who do diversity training, I don't know, maybe you're going to put in a voting component. I have no idea, but there is so much information on here. Y'all, I have way too much information. 65 pages of information. So I won't be able to go through all of this, but I will send you the links. I'll put the links in there. I'll get the name for the mask that is clear so they can see the mouth and nose. We use them for the deaf. Thanks, Pat. Thank you. She works at Children's Hospital, y'all, so she's aware of all of that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should pull out. I told y'all 15 minutes, and I'm right about the 15-minute mark. I'm just seeing if there's anything else, because I was highlighting different things, too, that I want to talk about. I told you about all the ID. Oh, there are IDs that are available that you can even get a sticker. So the people in the vests, I think they're like yellow or whatever vest, orange vest that has the silver stripes on them for the reflector. You can ask them. You can go up to them. So if you know anybody, let them know. You can ask them for a particular sticker that you then put on so that when the person sees you, when you come in, that poll worker or any of the volunteers, if they see that, they know, okay, let me walk them to where they need to go. So I didn't even know you could ask for that when you came in. So you can ask for that. And everyone should have them. Everyone should have them. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything else. Y'all, I got 65 pages, excuse me. And again, y'all, mobility, visual, communicative, physical, and cognitive impairments. All of those. And y'all, we're talking 38.3 million people. It's called the Help America Vote Act. And I believe it's pronounced HAVA, H-A-V-A. And then again, they're in in relationship with the Americans with Disability Act. That's the ADA. I think that's everything that I thought was important. Veterans. A lot of veterans are not comfortable standing in line. So if you see a veteran, or if you see somebody who is uncomfortable, don't approach them. Don't touch them necessarily. They say that do not touch them. And especially in COVID-19, you don't want to get that close anyway. You just go up to them, make eye contact, because you have your mask on, make eye contact, and then ask them if they would like to move to another line. And then that way you can pull them out of line and take them to where they need to go. So there's that. And all of us, I think, can participate in this if we're in line, if we're working the polls in any way, shape, or form. I think that's it. I think those were the main things that I pulled out of this. Hopefully this was helpful to you all. Hopefully this was here's another one. Drivers for those who have disability. The poll worker, even if you are the driver, you send them around to the other side of the window so that they can communicate with the person you are driving to the polls. They are to go to the other side of the window or to the back window or wherever to have that conversation with the person that you are driving because of their disability. I think that's it. Again, I will look through here and see whoever wants this. I'll send you the link to this, y'all. For the win. For the win is every last single person with a disability or an impairment who have decided nothing is going to stop me. I am still going to vote. Y'all, there's still time to get this information to anyone that you may know who could benefit from these links that I will be posting on the thread. So there's still time to have access to that. I was just seeing if there's anything else. Oh, hearing aids. You can, I don't know how this works. You can check with your physician and get a temporary hearing aid that will enhance your hearing if you have had trouble with your hearing aids in the past, and it's for voting, and then you would return them back. So there's that as well. There's all kinds of stuff out here that I had no idea. So y'all, my inspirational message today, don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything stop you. And I think here's the other thing, if I can be so honest, if we all will become as a community more transparent with what may be going on with us, I think people will be more willing to share. I believe if we don't see a disability, we think a person doesn't have a disability. Yeah, that's not necessarily true. So let's not just go by what we see. If we're just vulnerable with our lives. I'm not saying go out and tell everybody everything's wrong with you. I'm not saying that. Good morning, Kim. I'm not saying that, but I am suggesting that we become vulnerable and we become transparent and share. That's why I have no problem telling you I'm exhausted, but I know we can't stop until sometime next week. And even then we can only take a short break because then we have to start educating people and getting people to register once the registration opens again for the next election. And stop saying the off election. Every election is on. Okay, y'all. Again, continue to pray. See, my voice is going out. Continue to pray for every elected official, for every staff member, for every poll worker, for every volunteer, for every voter. Please, let's begin to pray for all of these different people. Let's pray for the Supreme Court. They are making rulings to stop having curbside voting, which interferes with the American with Disability Act. Didn't you read your notes? Come on now, we just need to pray. Voter suppression is real and it's happening. Pay attention. We were sharing with someone, my voice is really leaving. We were sharing with someone yesterday, that she just got her absentee voting from North Carolina yesterday. And she says, one stamp or two. And we're all on her page saying, no, go in. But we didn't know she was still in Ohio and North Carolina. So I said to her, girl, honey, you're going to have to pay $28 and overnight that ballot. And she was like, oh, they said it's okay. No, don't believe them. Don't believe them. We are beyond putting these things in the mailboxes. You need to take this in. You need to take this in. So we told her, no, you better put that $28 on there and call it a day. Good morning, Mike Nicholson. Forget the stamp. Do overnight. Y'all pray for my voice. It's really tripping. Do overnight. That's all. Then we had someone who talked about that they were told they needed a provisional ballot. They were able to use the numbers that we passed out the other day. And she was able to walk back in there and say, nope, that's not what I'm doing. And the person looked at her and kind of chuckled and gave her ballot. See, y'all, we have to know. So remember those phone numbers? I believe we gave those numbers out on Wednesday. I'll go back through things again and put them out again. But y'all, this is on. We're in the last few days with this voting. So pray for all of us who, Pastor Alex in Baltimore is working the polls today. Is Ohio still doing in-person voting? Yes. And we also have Souls to the Polls on Sunday. Souls to the Polls on Sunday from 1 to 5. And they also are voting today and tomorrow. I'm not sure about Monday, but then of Tuesday. But we do have this weekend. Thank you, Marion. Thank you. Yeah, you're right, Kim. Shenanigans. That's true. All right, y'all. Y'all have any questions before I sign off? Any questions? I hope y'all have y'all's, y'all know. And for the record, I can give y'all all kinds of recipes for mimosas. You can go get some non-alcoholic sparkling cider and put orange juice in it and mix it up. It tastes good. Be careful on the highways. Yep. Thank you. Y'all, here's the truth. I can't stop until sometime. Thank you, Kim. Monday till 2. So Kim Keels, Monday till 2 here in Ohio. You can vote in person. Y'all can use some non-alcoholic sparkling cider and some orange juice. Put a little bit of white powdered sugar on the top. Put an orange slice on it. You can do that. Those of you who want something different, you can even put Moscato in orange juice. Yes, you can. You can do champagne and orange juice. You can do champagne and peach juice. You can do non-alcoholic sparkling cider and peach juice. You can do all kinds of things. I can tell you about some mimosas. We're going to have a mimosa party one Friday morning of all kinds. We're just going to mix that up. Maybe we'll do that next Friday because we're going to be glad that this is over, hopefully. All right, y'all. I'm out. Hopefully this information was helpful for you all. But I am out. Y'all be safe this weekend. If you are in Franklin County and you need, Mike Nicholson's laughing at me, and you need transportation, let me know. I still have some Lyft hookups. Yes, I do, to get you to the Board of Election on Morse Road and back from the Board of Election. And we need volunteers for Souls to the Polls on Sunday from 1 to 5. So if you're willing to volunteer, please let me know. Don't forget, prayer starts in the morning. Prayer starts on Saturday morning. You can pray from the comfort of your own home. If you want to pray, let me know, because I'm trying to make sure every time slot is taken, and that will be from Saturday till 11:59 p.m. on November the 3rd. You all are welcome. Yeah, that's right, Marion. A mimosa party. That's what we need to do. Good morning. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Make it a great day. Stay safe. Be warm. Stay dry. Oh, yeah, before I forget. No mayo, no tights. No mayo, no tights. Y'all, people are still passing out in line at voting. People are still passing out. Listen, please hear me. Inhaler, insulin, medication, a sandwich, Wonder Bread, 2 slices, mayonnaise, a slice of cheese, and bologna. We going old school. No mayo. That'll mess up your stomach. Have some ginger ale. Excuse me. Have some ginger ale just in case you need it. Have some bottled water. Do not go on an empty stomach. Do not go on an empty stomach, but have an empty bladder. Because you're going to be out there a while. You're going to be out there a while. Yep, I will, and I see those. Ladies, there's a difference between tights and leggings. Let's put on some leggings. And if we can see pink or fuchsia or orange or royal blue or tangerine or turquoise or white, you got on tights. Just double up those leggings. Just double up those leggings. Have a chair, have an umbrella, have sunglasses, have your phone charged at 100%, have a chargeable battery that's charged at 100%. Have something to read. Have some patience, some serious patience, people. Some serious patience. We can do this. Have some fruit. Have some peanut butter. No devil eggs. No devil eggs. No chili. I know it's cold out here in some places. We ain't doing chili with sour cream and cheese. We're not doing that. And no polka dots. Thanks, Karen. No polka dots. So y'all, no mayo, no tights. No mayo, no tights. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Have a great weekend. Peace out.